most of you guys are trying to create a page that presents the curriculum or the courses in the program, right? So I'm gonna work on that page. You guys may have a different setup, but my plan is to present that curriculum under academics. Okay, so I have academics here and curriculum there. It needs to be consistent. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep it academics. Let me change this to academics. Right, I can say academics. Okay, cool. Right, within this academics, I want to show undergrad and grad program curriculum. I have a layout in mind. Let's build that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will first. I have a template, so I'm going to copy. Oh, this needs to say. Well, you know what? I think it's this. Yeah. I need to say. Okay. Now, yeah, it took effect in here. So now I can copy this template, right? Paste it here. So this is the template I'll be using. I just want to check if this has vertical alignment. It does. Height is 620. It needs to say hub contents, right? And I think that's pretty much it. So I will start building it here in here. Whatever the layout I want. I want to start adding stuffs in this container. Okay. The first thing I need is under academics. I want a title, just like the student work. I want to say that this is an academics page. So what I can do is looking at the way I'm using this hero section. I can actually make this as a component and use its instance. Yeah, I can do that, but you know what? Let me just copy and paste this. Yeah, let me just copy and paste this. So instead of student work, I'm going to call this. Actually, I should also have used a title component that I have created. You know what? Let me just fix this. So under assets, I'm going to say text. This is the title, right? So title, insert instance, and I'm going to take this out. This is going to be called student work. Oops, no return. Sorry. Okay, student work, and it's not taking the full width. So I need to say fill container. There you go. So this is what I want, right? I actually can copy this thing, and which one is which? I don't know. So file, text, this one can go away, right? Oops. So this hero section should go under the container, okay? So that's how I'm arranging, everything is going to be simply stacked inside of this container order layout, vertical order layout within container. So I have the hero section, the student work. I want to call this academics, right? I mean, one can argue that because we will have something like this, like underlined, this is enough to indicate that a user is in academic space, which is true. And if you feel like this is redundant, sure, take it out, right? I will only know after I test it with the users. But for now, I will keep this consistent with other pages, right? So academics, yeah, it's underlined. could have actually created different variants of these of this navigation here, which we can do, but later we can do that later. So let's keep it like this for now. Academics, and I don't want these filters. So what I have is, I have undergraduate and graduate, right? I think this will be the perfect place to have these two buttons, right? Let's say Command C, Command V. These are two buttons. I'm going to wrap them inside the frame. Call this programs, right? And then within this, I want a little bit of spacing. Let's say 24. Yeah, I think that works. And instead of filter by, I want to call this graduate, and this is undergraduate. Undergraduate, right? And I don't need these plus icons, so I will simply turn it off. Right? Okay. What I want to do is, have you seen tab UI? Like you have multiple tabs, right? You click on one tab, it shows one program, and you click on another tab, it shows you different content. So I want to implement that. Like this. If you go to your, let's say, I can't think of an app. Well, you'll understand what I'm trying to do here, okay? This is going to be a tab, these two tabs. And within academics, what I want to do is, by default, if someone clicks on academics, this page will show up, and by default I want to show the undergrad program curriculum. So to indicate that this is the default, what I can do is I can use the principle of similarity, right? And you can make things not similar to indicate that, to emphasize something. So in this case, I can use the dark button to indicate that this is the one that is being focused. Okay, and actually I can because I don't want these to look similar, apply and graduate. I'm going to use the transparent button. Okay, so this is undergraduate and graduate. All right. So within this, what I'm going to do is, now within undergraduate, I want to show what courses do they take, like the curriculum. What's the curriculum of this undergraduate program? I want to show that, and to do that, and also to be a little bit more consistent, right? At least, if not visually, textually, I can be a little bit more consistent. And to do that, I want to add this text. I don't know how this will work out, but I'm feeling like this will at least give you some kind of consistency, right? Visually it may be different, but having this exact text over here might be helpful. So let's see how that will look or work. Let's see. These two, and I want it right below the hero section, right? Or will it be better if I? Okay, yeah, I think right under the hero section. Okay, so the idea is that you click on undergrad, this content will have the little bit of blurb of what undergrad program is, and then when someone clicks on graduate, it will change this text and the content below. So that's the idea. So this is the hero section, and I'm gonna call this about, maybe. Yeah, shift. I added an auto layout. I'm going to call this about or description. description, right? And I need to align this with rest of the stuffs on top. So I know I have used the padding of 120 pixels. 128? Yeah, 128. Okay, yeah. And what else? Why do I have some space down there? I think I need to say height to, no, not fill container, but hug content, width to fill container, okay? So I have the description, and now under this, I want to add curriculum, okay? What's the curriculum like? What's the plan, right? 4-year plan looks like. So to do that, I can actually use one of these sections, you know, like I want to say like semester 1 or year 1, right? I can use this as the, this is how I want to, you know, lay things out. Not exactly the cars, but I want to use, you know, I want to make the container containing each semester or each year, something like this. So I'm going to copy this. It's new section in here, but when I copy and paste it here, I will call this year plan, or yeah, year plan. Okay, whatever, right? I think that should be fine. Okay, here I am going to delete these cards because I don't want them. I don't want the cards. You know what? This description, I think it'll be nice if it was slightly bigger. You know. So let's see. I am going to use the component called text, and this is going to be, how about we use H2? Let's see how that works. Okay. All right. It's here. It's not in the right place. It should be under the hero section, right? Under the hero section, under the description. Okay. Under the description. Okay. And I can say fill container. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So yeah, I mean, this doesn't look that bad. I think it's all right. How about H1? It's too big. Well, yeah, I think yeah, we'll figure things out later. But let's say we want to keep this as H1, okay? And so we have this description, the undergrad studies in music program. And if you want to add, you know, image background or image, you know, again, to bring some consistency from this page to that, you can do so many other things as well, right? You can use the same image you have in this background here, over here as well, okay? So that's, yeah. I mean, somehow I want to connect this page with this card, okay? All right, now, under this year plan, I want to call this year 1. Yeah, year 1 or freshman, right? Let's see. I want to add text. I want to have H2, insert instance, right? Oops. I think this is not where I want it, do I? Okay, this is where I want it. We can go away. I want to call this freshman, right? Okay. And H2, or how is H1? Same size, right? I don't want to do that kind of thing, you know, because you see, whenever you have like exact same size, you kind of muddying the hierarchy in the page, right? So you see the title has a very big font size, and then you have description, it has smaller, a little bit smaller. It gives you that hierarchy, right? Within academics, you are talking about undergraduate, and within undergraduate, you are talking about now freshmen. So I want to make this slightly smaller. So H2, yeah, I think that's fine. And I saw some of you guys are applying something called Accordion in your uh, in this section. So I want to do that, and to do that, actually, this freshman is the title, right? Freshman is the title, and this is where you have like courses listed, like whatever the courses are, like core 1, core 2, things like that. So I want to do that. I actually really like that idea. So let's do that, right? Should I also say like the curriculum or something, right, about this? Because it's so out of nowhere. You describe like what the program is, and suddenly you have freshmen, right? You don't want to do that. You want to tell a fluent or a good flow of storytelling should go on these pages. So maybe I can do something about that. I don't know what, but oops, I don't know that description and let me add something in the right under the description. Okay, yeah. So this can say something like, maybe a plan. I think it's a good idea to get some inspirations from some other websites. I will do that in a moment. Let me first add, okay, yeah, that looks good. Padding top and bottom. I want to add, let's say medium, maybe a little bit more. Large, okay. And this can have H2, right? Now I don't know what this is going to be like, so yeah, that's okay. This is yearly plan. This is freshman. Not only the font size, I can also use other methods to indicate that hierarchy, right? Okay, the plan is that we have this yearly plan thing, and now we want to use Accordion. So I can actually take this out for now and actually start building Accordion. Okay, yearly plan. This is, oops. Freshman, right? Okay, freshman. And within this freshman, I want to use the accordion. Okay. Right. This is H2, I believe, right? H2. And this is H3. Let me use H3 over here. So yearly plan, and this is freshman. I will make sure that this takes the whole, fills the container, right? I think this needs a little bit more padding left and top and bottom. Whoa, that's too much. Let's see 32 here as well. Okay, I mean, we can also do this. Look, this is H3, right? To give this slightly different appearance, what I can do is heading 3, they are going to be capitalized, so uppercase. Right? Oops. Yeah. There you go. So all my S3 are going to be uppercase, something like that. I can also change the color, right? But for now, I'm going to keep it like that. Or you know what? I think it's a good idea to. Oops. gonna change the color too. I will change this too. Doesn't look super dark, right? Dark gray. Okay, light gray. Let's see what happens. Well, how does it look? Freshman. No, I will keep it dark gray. All right. Or yeah, I think this. I'm fine with that. I mean, once you have the things laid out, you will have a better idea. So I'll just keep it like this for now. All right. I also want to add a little bit more padding. It looks so crammed in here. So top and bottom padding is 24 or 36, 32. Okay, yeah, this is yearly plan. And the freshman year, what courses do we take? Yeah, before actually, add those things, what I want to do is I want to create a component for the Accordion UI. Right, to do that, the Accordion component should be under, I think, molecules. Yeah, molecules or organism. Yeah, but I will create them here and bring it back. I will bring the component back and use the instance there. So, okay, let's see how do we do that. Okay, first of all, I need a text box, right? I can actually use the text, and instead of one, I want to use, let's say, oh, this has a thing called small. Oh, okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna use small. Oh, that's too small. Okay, S3 is fine. So the next thing I want to create the accordion, I am going to use this as the title. Okay, this is going to be the title. So if you don't know what accordions are, let me just show you. Accordion UI title. Sorry. UI. Okay, you should have seen something like this, right? You click on this, it'll collapse. You click on that, it'll expand, and so on. So that's how the accordions work. It collapses and opens. Yeah. So to do that, what I want to do is, so I have this paragraph text. What can I do? H2. Let's do H2 for now, and then we will figure out whether it works or not, right? We want the accordion title, and if you look at these examples, you have these icons going on, right? Indicating like you can click there or something is hiding there. So yeah, I want to do similar. Yeah, this is the tab that I'm talking about. See, the graduate and undergraduate. This is where this is what I'm going for: graduate, undergraduate, and the accordions. Okay, so I need some icons. I think I do have those plus and minus icons. Okay, so this is going to be the title, and it's going to be one little header with the icon. I'm going to use the icon plus. By default, it will have the plus icon indicating that there is something hiding behind it. All right. So I'm going to use both of these. Shift A, add an auto layout. I'm going to call this header, and this is the accordion header. Okay. So this is the header. It's like that. Okay. And accordion title. I want to make sure that fills up the container. Okay, there's the container and there's the button, right? Okay, this is the header. Now I also need container at the bottom that holds the text, right? So I need to add some text here. Text. Insert. I want this as a paragraph. Insert instance. So I have a header, and let's say if this is like DES3633, I want to have some text about what DES3633 is, and maybe even a button that will take users to that course's syllabus or website. Okay, that's the plan here. Do I have anything that comes closer to what I'm doing? Not really, right? So if I have something, then I will just use that. I don't. So what I'm going to do is call this body text. Okay, this is the body text. Let's say, okay, Shift A. Right, this is going to be body text, and this is header. So I want both of these things, right? I don't like the padding that is automatically added. I'm going to zero this, and later, I will add whatever the paddings and things that I want. So header and body text. I'm going to Shift A. So this whole thing is going to be called Accordion. Right, this is the Accordion. Now, within this Accordion, I also want to, just for visual clarity, and maybe even I will use that color over here. For that, I want to fill this with light gray, right? I really don't like how this is, edge to edge. I need some padding in this header. So heading, I'll go with the large. Is it too big? Maybe, yeah, medium, and small. Yeah, we'll know when we actually implement it there. If it is too big, we'll make it smaller, right? For the body text, I want to first say fill container. The text should say hug, which is good. Okay, everything looks good. The only thing now is there is the gap between the title and the body, right? We already have some spacing in here, so I don't know if I need it. So I'm going to change this to 0. The gap between items to 0. The body text also needs to align with this. Okay. So what padding did I use? 24. Yeah. Okay. That's good. But if I have like long text, it's still touching the bottom part here, right? So I want to add some padding at the bottom. So which could be equal to this padding we used on the header. So what did we use? Top and bottom 12. In this case, I will say top and bottom 12 pixels, which is small, right? Do I want to do that? I don't know. Yeah, it should be fine. If not, we'll change that later. Okay, we have this accordion, okay? We have this accordion, right? By default, okay, this is how, so when someone clicks on it, this is how it will look. But we want this to be closed, right? Body should be not visible when it is not clicked. So to do that, we need to create this as a component set and then have two variants. Okay, let's create this as a component. Okay, now we have a component, and then add a variant. Okay, so on the first one, we do not want to show the body text, so turn it off, right? On the second one, we want to show the body text, but we also want to change this plus icon to minus. So minus icon, there you go. So yeah, this will give us what we need, and we can change this title and body text once we apply in the page, okay? So this is accordion. Oh, we are not done yet. Hold on. You have to prototype because you want to add that interaction, right? When someone clicks on this bar, you want to show on click, change to variant 2. Yeah, and I want to use smart animate. Okay, he's out. Yeah, that's pretty good. And if someone is done reading about this course, right, this thing, they can even close it. So when click on the opened content, well, I think I put it in the wrong place. So you don't want, someone might click on the body text and then you don't want that to close, right? So you have to make sure that the animation or the interaction is added in the header. So if someone clicks on the header, take them back to the default. Smart animate is up, okay? I don't like how it is named default and variant 1. You know, I'm gonna call this design. This is closed. This is accordion closed. This is accordion open. Right? Okay. So I am going to use its instance. Okay, as its. I want to use a closed one, right? Because that's how we are going to build things, right? Accordion. So this, it can go. I mean, I will keep it right here for some time, you know, because I might need to change some of the things. So I'll just keep it right here. One thing what I want is I want to say fill container. It's going to be like it's going to cover the whole page, width of the page, right? So I'll keep it like that. And with under freshman year, they will be taking like multiple courses, right? So there you go. I have multiple courses under freshman year. You know how these things, they have this gap. Do I like it? Not really. I'm not a fan of that. I can actually change the gap in items to say 0. But I don't want this, you know, so closed. So what we can do is, look, you can select all of the accordions and put them in one auto layout. I'm going to call this courses. Okay, and now you can add auto layout. Oh, so gap between items between these two items. Okay, so say 24, which is medium. Okay, I have the gap that I like. It's there. Okay, and I also want some kind of, you know, gap between these courses that I'll add. You can do this either, you know, adding like 1 pixel of gap between items, or you can also add a border stroke. Whatever you want to do, you know, it's okay. I will add 1 pixel's gap between item, right? Okay. Now the next thing we want to do is start adding the course title and the course description. Let's go to OU website and then see the degree sheet, right? They call it degree sheet. Let's see. Yeah, check sheet. Core. Plan of study. I like this phrase. You know what? I'm going to copy that. Plan of study, right? Or study plan. Okay. First semester, freshman. Okay, freshman. Oh, credit hours. Cool. Okay, I like that. So let's just use that. So this is going to be header. Okay. And then it says choose the following, right? So, you know, if you don't want to break the continuity of this layout, you can, I can do something like, you know, so that. Say either this or that, either this or that. How can I say do something here, you know, something here so that can I say like optional? Yeah, we need to think about something, but you know, you guys can think about it. I'll just keep it like this. Optional, I don't know. What can we do to indicate that these two, you can choose between one of these two courses? Math Core 1. Do some research, you know, see how other people are doing it, but I think this should be fine. Okay, now we have the titles, right? How do we add the text, body text? To do that, see, in the by default, you just want the header. You want the text when it is open, right? So what you want to do is select the accordion for the course and click on open. Now the body open, right? Here you want to say, okay, R133, right? And then body text. There you go. And you can actually close this. Closed, yeah. And open that. Select that, right? And accordion is open. I'm just gonna paste all the body text and then okay, I'll stop it right here. All right, you can, when you are doing it, you can add more. So this is how it's going to look like. I'm going to keep that closed, keep this closed, right? Let's play this. Oh, I haven't added a link to academics. So to do that, what I want to do is, look, I think we did add a link for the student work piece, right? So what we want to do is, we want to go to the main component of the navigation. You know what? And we already have the home page. So I'm gonna say, go to home page when someone clicks on the home page, right? Academics, someone clicks on the academics page. This is not template, this is right? Okay, there you go. Now I can, sorry, I'm gonna have to restart. Academics, there you go. Academics home. I don't like this animation going on, you know. It just should be like instant. I don't know why it is dissolving. Right. I think there is this going on. Change that. What? Oh, sorry. This is a different thing. Home. No, distracting. Restart. Yeah, there you go. I think this is more straightforward. Okay. While previewing, I think this text is like too big. Yeah. Plan of study. Yeah. So when you preview, right, you get the sense of like the hierarchy and the spacing and so on. So we'll fix that later. For now, I'm excited to see how this will behave. Okay, when you click on this, look, click on that. Oh, awesome, cool. Yep. Yeah, very good. Okay, you know, when I see this heading, right, Art 1033, Core Studio 1, Surface 3, it's in one, you know, without any spacing. It kind of looks very crowded and not super, you know, clean. Look, they have done it like very well. You have this course number and course description or course title, right? I want to do that, you know, it looks so clean. So how do you do that? You can go to the title, right, and start create a new section. Yeah, you can just copy and paste the same thing, right? And then in the component, right, this is going to be called what do you call this? Course number, and this is going to be course title and credit. Okay, so course number. Course number is Art 1300. This is the course title, right? Oops. I'm basically copying and pasting from the component we added the text to. I think all of these are 3 credit hours, right? So 3, 3, 3. Title, principles of English composition. Whoa. We don't know the course number for this, right? So what do we do? Just add this for now. I don't know. Okay. Or the core programs or courses don't have the numbers. I don't know how that works. I'm still new, you know. So that so that things are more consistent, you know. What I'm going to do is I'll just hide them. Yeah. Okay. And I don't really like how these are like pushed away. So we can fix that. What we want is, this should say course number. This is course number, right? Course title and credit. Okay, yeah, something like that. Also like how they have this the heading, you know, row. Looks like they have implemented table, which is quite nice. Let's see, how do we can figure that out. So first, what we need to do is I don't want the spacing, you know, so much. What I'm going to do is look. this is one exception where you can, you know, use a fixed width. Right? I don't know why this English has. Oh, I see. Okay. This should have width as fill container. Okay, there you go. And the course number should have hard content. Interesting. Okay, there you go. Fill container and hard content. Okay. Width. And what's going on here? If I did fill container, that's going to be like a lot of spacing. I want to do hard content, that I know, but the way this thing is misbehaving here, so annoying, you know. Why is it doing that? Okay. Hard content. This should say fill container. There you go. Oh, that fixes. But again, when I go to this thing, when I say hard content, it goes back. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's figure this out. Gap between items, I want medium. Well, it doesn't do anything. What's going on? Oh, okay. Hard content. Hard content. So all of them, they have hard content. And gap between items, why it's I'm working on the closed one. Okay. So this is closed. This is open. Wow. No, I renamed it. I named them wrong. This should be closed, right? And this should be open. Okay. Now, under open, this is the header, right? We have gap between items. I want it to be small or medium. Okay, now I think we are in the business. Yeah. So we can say hard content. Hard content. Yeah. See, it is working now. And then this should also say hard content. Title should say hard content. Credit should say hard content. And the text inside the credit should say hard content. Sorry. Oops. Credit should say hard content. Okay. Should say hard content as well. Alright. And all of these things, because we want the plus icon to be on the right hand side and all the other on the left, I'm going to wrap all of these into an auto layout, and in the header I am going to say auto gap between items. Okay, so it's like that, and this is the left content right within the header. So left content, I want to add 24 pixels. But you see if the title of the course is longer, then you have this, what is this, right? It's not super good. So what we can do is we can be a little bit more mindful of that and change the credit, put the credit on the first. So no matter, you don't have like 12 credit course, right? It's always one visit. So I'm going to put this on the left, right? And then most of these course numbers, they are, either ART or CIST or whatever. They have this number, right? So for that, we can actually use 200 fixed width. Yeah. So this allows, some spacing. Maybe it's too much. 180 or 150. Yeah, I think this looks good. 150 width for the course numbers. So yeah, you can actually do either that or this. Yeah. We do need a header on top. This is credit and course number, course title. Yeah, those three things we need to mention on top. We'll look into that. Okay, so now we have done that in the closed header. So this has not been implemented in the open header. Okay, so look, it doesn't work, right? Look. Okay, here, yeah, it goes back to that. So to fix that, credit hours here, right? They have it like that. Okay. What we can do is we need to replace the heading. Okay? This header, from copy the header from the open, because that's what we want, and the closed, right? Paste it in the closed. Oops. Copied the entire thing. So from the open, I want to copy the header, this header with the correct spacing and so on, and paste it under the closed. Okay, there you go. This is the one we want, and remove the previous one. Okay, there you go. Now let's take a look. See, it's working fine now. Oh, because we removed the previous header, the animation is gone. Oh, sorry, the interaction is gone. So we need to put that interaction back. So header, when someone clicks on the opened header, you want it to go back with some smart animation. Okay? There you go. Now it should work. There you go. Two. Okay, yeah. Now I think about it, this gap is too much and there is less gap over here. Let's fix that. So body text, you want this to have no padding on top and more padding at the bottom, okay? So no padding on top and medium padding at the bottom. No padding on top. What? 0. Although this is not visible, I will just go ahead and say fill container. What? Oh, okay. Never mind. That's there. Okay, I think this spacing looks much better now. Think about this whole Accordion UI. I mean, it works. I don't know if this is the best. Okay. Anyway, I think this is a good. I mean, I think this is a good UI because you get to see like what courses you take, what are the credit hours of each of these courses, and so on, right? So, and also you can see the description of that. So I think this is good. Yeah, yeah. You can add more stuff like who teaches it, who teaches this course, and link to the. So, for example, what you can do is link, right? Let me see if you can add a link in. So closed. What? I'm super confused right now because you see, this should be closed. I think it's just the open. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, so this is in a variable, right? If I want to add something like can I add something in this text? Okay, this is body text. Well, accordion. So let's see. Click for more details. Can you add a link? No, you cannot add a link in this content anymore. This is a variable. But what you can do is to make it even more cleaner, right? I mean, for each course, probably they have some kind of syllabus or link to learn more about what are the details of that course. What I can do is add a button right below this. Okay. So, for example, assets button. I want a outline button. Let's say insert. Okay, this button I want it here. Okay, it's not exactly where I want it. I need to work on this a little bit. Maybe button goes inside the body text, this thing, right? And then yeah, it aligns properly now. But I don't like how they are like super close. I will add gap between items inside the body text to have medium gap between items. Okay. Yeah. And for this button, you can simply add the link and also change the text. Click here to view the syllabus, right? Or syllabus or course website. If you have if the course has a course website, you can simply link to that, or if not, you can use syllabus or simply add the button, and that should be it. Okay. So let's see. Let's say this is DES 3633, which is visual communication, right? And now the course website is this. Oops. Here. Command C, and then just link it to. How do you add a link? Oh, interaction. Sorry, totally forgot. on click. Open link, right? There you go. There. Okay, wireframes, right? You got ES3633, course website, click on that, it'll take you to this website. So that's the concept. Okay, so few things I don't like right now, how the hierarchy looks like. It's kind of this is too big, I think. So what I'm going to do is, instead of H1, I'm going to say H2. Let's check. H2. Yeah, feels a little bit better, or maybe even H3. Let's see. Whoa, H3. We need to take care of the H3. Fill container. Oh, H3 is all caps. I don't want that. So I'll just go with maybe paragraph, right? Paragraph. That too small? Yeah. Okay. I'll go with H2. I think that's fine. Plan of study. I will go with H3. No. H1. Yeah, academics. This plan of study, and this is freshman year, right? I don't really like how this is like very dark. I am going to change its color to white. Now it's hard to see what's going on, right? One way to fix that is add stroke. Okay, not on all the boxes, not on like everything, but I want to add it only at the top and the bottom. Just the bottom. Okay, yeah, just the bottom. Yeah, and I want to keep it gray. Yeah, there you go. I think, and look, there is this 1 pixels of gap between items I added. I don't need that anymore. So under courses, I have gap between items 1. I'm gonna say 0. Okay. All right. I think it looks cleaner this way. The only thing is that this looks like it's floating somewhere, and there is this. I mean, this alignment is fine because you have this line which aligns with freshman and plan and so on. I just feel like this is kind of, out of nowhere or something like that. I don't know what to do with this. How about if we added courses, Accordion. These are all the Accordions, right? So courses. Within this courses, what if I added stroke here? Oops. Courses, light gray, 1 pixels everywhere. Why doesn't it show up? Oh, it's because it's outside. Is that what it is? Inside, center, or outside? Can I just add it on the top? Yeah. Right? Let's see now. Yeah, I think I like it now. It kind of separates this freshman from these courses. So this is what I'm using the principle of proximity, right? It has these gaps showing that these contents are separate, right? And I have this freshman year. Okay, yeah, I think I like What I'm seeing here. Bottom. Keep it open. Course website. Why did it change? Do I have to refresh? Ah, it did now. Oh, okay. I don't know, some kind of delay was going on there. Okay, cool. All right. So same way, right? What you can do is, this is freshman. Now Command C, Command V. This is going to be junior. And sophomore. This is not working very well. Need to do is fill container, right? Sophomore. And this is senior. Okay. Right, so freshman, junior, sophomore, and senior. Yeah. Oops, I see that this is not sticking, right? It's not sticky. So let me fix that. I want this to be stick on top of the edge. Okay, now it does. Oops, there is some overlapping going on, and we know how to fix that, right? Go to academics and design. We have auto layout, in which we want to say first on top. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, I think this is looking good. Do I like the size of this font over here? I don't know. You can change them. But for now, I think the goal here is to show you how to create this accordion. Okay, so I think that's what I did. And now also look. So my end goal. Let me put this inside the section, right? This is so organism. Okay. So just like that, if I had a page for graduate program, this is what I would do. In this page, I will have this as a dark, and this as outline or transparent, right? Transparent, yeah. Transparent, you know. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. And look, now from graduate, I would send it to here. Right? One click, go to academics, graduate, and if you click on undergrad, take them back to undergrad. One click, academics, smart end. I don't want smart ending. I want instant. Academics. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit confusing. Like you click on academics, you have academics, and then undergraduate is highlighted. But I think it could be more clear. Probably you should say undergraduate here, or you know what? Let's try this. Under hero section, instead of saying putting this on the right, how about we do this? This text, you can say, let's say, hard content. And then heading could say, no, hard content. Both can say hard content, and so, right? Yeah, that, a little bit of capital items, not all you want. So let's see, 32. Yeah, I think this gives more clearer idea of, this is academics and undergrads. Academics and undergrad. Yeah, I think this works better. This is what I will go for. Hard content. Hard content and capital items was 90. Yeah. Okay, I'll go with this. People may have different preferences, but I think this works much better. Academics, so this is undergraduate. It's right there, right? All right. Let's see how this works. So yeah, graduate. Oops, doesn't go to graduate program. Does it? It is going there. Why this is not dark? Should I restart? Okay. Academics, undergraduate, graduate. Okay. So just to show that this is a graduate program, I will change the text from here. Okay. Well, if I did it like this, it will maintain the, yeah. And what I also want to do is when they click on learn more, this button, when they click on that, I want them to go to this page 2 on click navigate on grad, and this one goes to grad. Okay, so let's test it out. Home, right? Learn more goes to undergraduate, right? Graduate. There you go. Graduate. Awesome. I think this is looking, yeah, good. So don't forget to close, keep these things, accordions closed. Closed. All right. And these two. Okay, all right. I mean, I feel like, this CTA, bottom CTA could go over here. So they have looked at all the courses and syllabus. Now, you know what? Join our program. Things like that. You don't want to be so, pushing the students or visitors to join, but I think it's at the end, so it makes sense. I'm just gonna add that over there. Okay. There you go.